So another question I had was, did your taste buds change? Yes. I didn't really notice the change until I stopped drinking the Premier protein shakes. That's when I realized that my taste buds were changing. Maybe like the second week after surgery is when I realized I wasn't liking those anymore. My favorite food during my pureed stage. Probably sweet potatoes and avocado, and I would put avocado, lemon juice, some catfish that I'd like bake, and I'd puree that down, and that was like my go-to thing to eat. Like, it sounds good still, but maybe not pureed. Dumping syndrome, have you experienced it? I just experienced it for the first time. I had ordered me a coffee at Starbucks, which Starbucks sucks, by the way, now. I'm sure that's my taste buds that have changed. But yeah, I ordered me a Starbucks drink, and I told them, like, please, the sugar-free vanilla. I have a feeling they put just regular vanilla in there, like there's vanilla syrup with the sugar in it. And I was running to the bathroom like, well, let me try the coffee again. Maybe it's not the coffee, maybe I'm just having an issue. But literally I take 3 more sips and I was running back to the bathroom. Stopped drinking the coffee, didn't happen again. So that was the first time I experienced dumping syndrome. If you don't know what dumping syndrome is, it's like if you have too much sugar. This is what I understand from it. If you have too much sugar, then, or if you have sugar, something has too high sugar in it for you, your body does this dumping, just getting rid of that from you. But some people don't experience it in that way. Some people experience it by like just all of a sudden low energy, like fatigue, and just like not feeling good. And sometimes some people, it lasts them for days. Sometimes, just like me, it happened right away and then it was over. What is your meal plan? I don't have a meal plan. I guess my doctor kind of gave me one. He said make sure you're doing a protein shake in the morning for breakfast, and then you're having your 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with a snack in between. So I really eat intuitively right now. Like, I'll have my protein coffee in the morning or protein shake. Sometimes on the weekends I'll eat breakfast with my family, and I'll have an egg or an avocado toast or something like that, or maybe a breakfast taco or something with a corn tortilla or low carb flour tortilla. But then I'll have a snack of some sort, usually like maybe some beef jerky, or I get the Atkins snack protein, peanut butter crisp bars. Those are like my favorite. When I have a sweet tooth during the day, it's usually what I go for. Or maybe a Lonnie New protein bar or something, you know, or another protein shake. Then I'll have lunch. I usually have like, right now my go-to is just baked chicken or chicken cooked in an air fryer with some ranch, which is weird for me because before surgery, ranch wasn't like I liked ranch, but it wasn't like every day for me. Now I feel like every time I have chicken, I gotta dip it in ranch. Have another snack. Maybe I'll go, you know, eat an apple, or I get me these little mandarin orange fruit cups, or another protein bar, or protein shake, or, you know, those go-tos. Protein chips, you know. Or maybe I eat some more chicken, more like leftovers, whatever I didn't finish at lunchtime, I'll eat during my snack. And then for dinner, you know, I make things for my family. So I'll eat a couple of bites of whatever I make for them. So like maybe some soup, you know, whatever. I don't restrict myself from eating other things. Like, I try to focus on my protein first, but I also I'll have some carbs, but the carbs I eat are like corn or, you know, sweet potato. If I eat regular, like a white potato, it's very little that I'm eating because I've already focused on my carbs, or I have steamed vegetables or something like that. And then for dessert, I usually have, I get like a keto ice cream pop, or I make I think a Vlogmas video, I made a no-bake cheesecake. I'll make those crustless and then freeze them, and I'll put protein powder in them, and that will be from my dessert. Or, you know, I'll have some chips or whatever if I'm feeling snacky. But yeah, that's kind of like what I do right now. My go-to shake is the Fairlife Protein Nutrition Plan. You can get like a 12-pack for like $15-16 at Sam's, and I'll get my favorites: the vanilla, the chocolate, the coffee. They have a strawberry flavor, that's not my favorite, but I always keep, I mean, vanilla is my #1 favorite. It tastes like vanilla ice cream. But that's my go-to protein shake. And do I meal prep? No, not really. I find that I waste a lot. I've tried meal prepping since I've had surgery, and I feel like I haven't figured out how much to meal prep, and then I end up throwing a lot of food out by the end of the week. So if anything, I'll make like what I would have normally made, like for one serving, and take that to work with me, and it usually lasts me like 3 days at work. So I don't really meal prep in the same way anymore. It's different. I wouldn't say I meal prep. If you had to, would you get it done again? Yes. I've completely changed my life by getting this surgery. I'm 100%, I feel 100% now. I feel like I can do so much more now. I run around with my son and I don't get out of breath. My fitness level is so much higher than it's ever been, and I feel like it's one of the best decisions I've made for my life, and I wouldn't change it for anything. And I know some people say, well, if you could have, would you have got it done sooner? Yes, but it wasn't available to me sooner. I've always thought about weight loss surgery. For the past 10 plus years, I was overweight, and it was always something I had thought about, but not something that was doable for me monetarily. I didn't have insurance for a good chunk of that time, like health insurance. Do you struggle with constipation? Yes. That's why I take Benefiber. I'll put it in my coffee every morning, or my tea, or mix it into some of my food, or something that will help me consume more fiber. It's not 100% better. I still struggle with it, and I know it's probably the amount of protein I take in, which is much different than before. Before my surgery, I didn't even take in this amount of protein. What's crazy to me is I've learned so much more about protein having to take protein, and everybody should be focusing on protein. At first, it was really confusing to me because growing up, I was always told to eat your vegetables first because those are more important and things like that. But I feel that yes, they are. But I feel that protein is just as important as your vegetables. So getting your protein in needs to be pushed for everybody. Everybody can benefit. Your body is made up of collagen and proteins, and without that, your hair will be thin. Your skin won't be clear, and things like it helps your nail growth, your hair growth. So even if you didn't have weight loss surgery, protein would help you tremendously. People always want to push, oh, drink your water for clear skin. Yeah, but eat your protein too. Like, those things are super important too, and I think that they aren't talked about enough. What was your first period like after surgery? Super heavy. I didn't have a period for 2 months after surgery, and I'm sure it's because of the fluctuation of my body weight and my hormones and everything changing like that so rapidly that my period just didn't come back after surgery. So I actually had my period the week before I had my surgery, and so when it came back 2 months later, it was like a truck had hit me. I was tired. It was heavy. I had to use Super Plus tampons the entire time. So yeah. So did you have to wait to pick up Alex, and how long? Yes, I couldn't pick up Alex for 6 weeks. It was out. If anything, even over the constipation and everything, that was the hardest part for me. I found ways for him to climb up into my lap and stuff like that, but lifting him, like, it was so normal for me to be lifting him. He was only 18 months old, a little over 18 months, I guess. And you know, I'm his mama. He's a super mama's boy, and he wanted me to hold him the entire time. He didn't understand why I was not holding him, so it was really difficult, but we got through it. And as soon as that 6 weeks passed, I've been picking him up ever since. Did your sex life change at all after surgery? Yes. I would say yes. I have more stamina, and I feel like I'm a more confident person, so I'm assuming that shows in the bedroom. But yes. What does your husband think about you getting the surgery? I think I asked him before even starting the process to get the surgery what he thought about it, and he said, it's up to you. If this is something you want to do, I'll support you 100%. He was curious about all the possible outcomes with surgery, like dangerous, any surgery going under for anything is super dangerous. So that scared him, I think, a bit, but other than that, he wanted me to be healthy. He wanted, I wanted to be here long with them, and knowing the high risk of diabetes and stuff that I had at the weight I was at, those weren't like something that we wanted to, just be like, no, let's not get the surgery because that's dangerous. I was more like, no, I'd rather, you pick your poison. Diabetes, losing fingers and toes and, things like that, or dying of diabetes, or dying trying to prevent diabetes. So, I mean, for me, getting the surgery, being able to move and be an active person in Alex's life, and being a better wife because I'm more confident in myself and I feel good about myself. And when I feel good about myself and love myself, I can love others. I can show my husband more love and be a good wife for him. So, I don't know. I just felt like there was more pros than cons when it came to getting the surgery rather than not getting the surgery. He's he hypes me up all the time. So and I hear all these sad stories about these people with their significant others not supporting them or changing and things after they get the surgery. But it's really sad, because regardless if I had lost weight or not, my husband always told me, babe, if you were 500 pounds heavier, I'd still be with you and I'd still love you the same that I love you today. And I'm like, that's the love that everybody deserves. I don't understand. When did you start working out after surgery? I started working out 6 weeks after surgery. 6 weeks after surgery, I was able to lift my son. 6 weeks after surgery, I was able to work out. So I started, I was walking, when I got home, I was walking like 10 minutes a day. And then by the time I got to like 4 weeks out, I was trying to walk up to a mile a day. And then 6 to 8 weeks, I was doing my mile a day. And then I joined Orange Theory. My membership is on hold due to the pandemic and everything, but I did join Orange Theory, and it really kicked me back into doing my HIIT workouts that I used to do. And so I've done a few home workouts since I haven't been going back to Orange Theory. So yeah, all the questions I have written down that have been like my top questions. But hopefully, if y'all like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below if you have other questions or maybe another Q&A. But yeah, I hope this answered some of y'all's questions on some things you might have been thinking about, and if you're about to get surgery or just thinking about it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die.